A sudden black storm turned the king and queen into monsters. To prevent the truth from being exposed, the princess locked them in a cage, and worked with the ministers to find a way to break the curse. But by the time the princess came of age, the curse on her parents still hadn't been lifted, and the king and queen hadn't appeared for a long time, which caused suspicion among the people. To calm the people's hearts, the princess took over the governance of the kingdom. At first, she was able to handle things, but as the political affairs grew more complicated, she began to feel overwhelmed, and with the general demanding to meet the king, it made her even more anxious. Just as she was worrying, the postmaster's pigeon brought back crucial information to break the curse. But before the princess could take the paper from the pigeon's mouth, the pigeon turned to stone from exhaustion. After a brief moment of mourning, the princess quickly unrolled the paper. She saw the word, "watered down," written on it. She immediately grabbed a nearby water jug, but her pet mouse grabbed the paper and put it in its mouth. Then the paper flew into the air, transforming into a brilliant magical light. Soon after, two shadowy figures appeared.
We are the oracles of the sun and moon. Your unfortunate situation intrigues us. Yet to rectify this problem, we must observe it firsthand.
After arranging a meeting time with them, the princess waited with excitement. However, on the agreed day, what arrived was a giant frog. Only when it opened its mouth did the princess realize it was the mount of the sun and moon prophet. As for their true forms, they were two little blue creatures. You could tell from their appearance that they were unreliable, but right now there was no other way to turn her parents back. However, when the little blue creatures saw the monsters, they trembled in fear. Fortunately, the princess quickly took out a doll to calm them down. This prevented the two from becoming the monster's next meal. Then the little blue creatures told the princess the curse on her parents came from the dark forest. To break the curse, she must find the water of hope, and the place where the water of hope is stored is deep in the dark forest. But before they could explain the path to take, the queen swallowed the two of them whole. But since they hadn't bathed in 10 years, they were quickly spit out. The two were terrified, so they immediately fled the castle. Seeing the only hope of turning her parents back disappear, the princess was very sad. She didn't realize that the two monsters had sneaked out. The general quickly surrounded the monsters in the square. The princess rushed over when she heard the news, and hastily explained the truth of the matter. But the people didn't believe her words at all. They all demanded the general exile the monsters to the other side of the ocean. For the safety of her parents, the princess immediately decided to go to the dark forest to search for a way to break the curse.